Hi friends and welcome. Today we are here to watch season 2 episode 17 of Angel. I don't know the title of the episode yet, so I'm sure this is going to be very unhelpful in regards to my predictions, but it's fine. I'm just so happy to be an Angel right now. I don't think you're gonna find anybody as happy to reach an Angel episode as I am at this very moment. Being able to sit down on this chair and not immediately want to cry because I've been so overwhelmed with Buffy is a good feeling. And even though, of course, those Buffy episodes are incredible, they're also incredibly heartbreaking and really taking a toll on me. So I have been anxiously awaiting this week where we can actually go into Angel, have so much fun with that story, and hopefully I can, I say this with all my love for Buffy. Forget Buffy for a second. I think I need to forget her, let's take a beat. It's literally been like a month and a half since I saw the previous Angel episode. Even though this was supposed to take 3 weeks, those Buffy episodes were so hard on me that I kept skipping weeks that I was supposed to have posted. So, a month and a half since the last episode. I don't really remember much, but I did go in to sort of remind myself how it ended, and it was Angel coming back, right? Angel coming back to the team. So that's really great, because I feel like this is just gonna establish something kind of, I want to say different for the rest of the season / show, just because we know that he went through a little bit of a phase right there. He was going through some shit. But it feels like now he's sort of resolved and he's sort of grounded himself again and he's back with his friends and stuff. So I'm excited to see how that's going to work out, how the squad is going to sort of go back to having Angel with them, because I feel like they're sort of getting used to not having him, right? So maybe it might be a little bit of an awkward episode, of sort of getting the hang of things again now that their dynamic is shifting back to what it was, except not. It's different. A part of me always loves, the episodes that connect with the big bads and stuff, but I'm honestly so okay with this being a monster of the week, just because I feel like Buffy has been so, like I said, heavy, that I would be so down for this to just be a casual monster of the week, a story that we're going to resolve in 40 minutes that's going to leave me feeling satisfied. I could use that right now. And of course, I could always use Darla and Drusilla. If they want to come back, I will thank them for it. But at the same time, I don't really have expectations about that. I do hope Angel doesn't talk about Buffy, because please don't. I personally dealt with their reunion very well, but I'm still a little bit sensitive about that, so I feel like I would rather not have him mention that he did that, because any mention of Buffy could send me into a spiral. Overall, very excited to be watching Angel today. Thank you, universe. I'm so happy the moment is here. I'm ready to watch the hell out of the rest of this season. And I think we should just head into it. So thank you all so much for watching, and let's do it. And this time I can actually, even though I did freak myself out a little bit by talking about him potentially talking about Buffy, I'm not scared of this episode. What a good feeling. I can press play without feeling like I am dooming myself. It's a good feeling.
You're going to have to change your behavior. Engage your co-workers from time to time. Be sensitive to their feelings. This is torture for you, isn't it?
Yes.
Good. I think that's all for now.
Well, I'll just, sit and absorb it all. Not here, because, this is your office. Now.
Oh, damn.
Yeah, I'll get out of your hair.
I took the liberty of providing you with a new working space.
Great.
And I'd love a cup of coffee.
That's very funny.
2 sugars in mine.
Mocha cappuccino here.
Tillman's a bitch.
Okay, well, I know that I was saying that I was expecting a different, a shift in dynamic, but I didn't think it was going to be this much.
I just wanted to know how you were. We really haven't had a chance.
You want to know how I am? Tired, mostly, with sweaty running a close second. I'm also jazzed. Can't wait to get our business up and sputtering again. Ready to help those helpless. You and I, we're not friends.
Stop! Don't say that to him.
You,
Fine.
you should take off. rest the night. Go home.
They can't leave Cordelia alone. Why isn't she going along with them? No, I just told you not to leave her alone. Look at what you assholes are doing.
Hello?
Bruh.
Are you greet an old friend?
What?
Harmony?
Is that Harmony? What?
I don't believe it!
Yep.
Wow!
It's me.
I haven't seen you since,
Our high school blew up.
Right. Seems
Ma'am,
like
you
a
know she's a-
lifetime ago.
Oh, for me too. I'm not the same person I was back at Sunnydale High. And you cut your hair.
Oh, you got a place to stay?
You offering?
Do I have to say it?
Yeah.
Okay, you're coming
Oh,
with me. I hope you don't
no.
find the couch.
Harmony, I'm really gonna need you to tell Cordelia that you're a fucking vampire right now, because I don't think she fucking knows.
I gave her the night off.
Did you?
Well, I thought, she looked so tired, and do you think maybe that I should send her something? Like flowers, maybe?
Flowers.
Yeah. To say, I appreciate you.
Yes, by all means. And, while you're at it, pick me up one of those sorry you were shot in the gut bouquets.
Right.
There's only one thing you can give her, Angel. That's time. Cordelia has a lot of pain to work through.
Cackle. He wrote that love song to you. How did it go? Oh, Cordelia, how to feel ya. We were powerful, rich, popular.
But I'll tell you one thing. I am happier now than I was then.
Get out.
It's hard to explain. I'm telling you. It's like the work I'm doing. We're doing. It's like the pockets keep getting filled, and I'm becoming me, and
Harmony, stop!
me
That was
has
so
had
cute.
way too much to drink, and me shut up. You okay?
Hungry, I guess.
Got the cure for that. Pizza.
Oh my god, yes, Cordelia, this is why I love you.
It's my favorite.
Harmony.
Thin crust. Heavy on the sauce.
Oh,
Do you like pineapple?
when somebody offers you pizza, you don't eat them.
Huh? I didn't do that.
Oh, Dennis. I love him.
I thought I could control myself. I thought I could resist these urges.
Urges.
You have no idea how hard it is to stay away from you. Seeing you there looking so luscious.
Oh. You're a...
I should have told you. I was scared.
I don't care about that.
You don't?
No. Not as long as you're happy.
Oh, Cordy.
Well, I haven't had any for a while and... forget it.
It's our secret. How come you guys didn't tell me about Harmony?
Oh, Cordy.
Harmony?
Willow!
What about Harmony?
She practically attacked me in my bedroom last night.
Your bedroom? How did she...
Came in while I was sleeping. But I think she got the message that I don't go for that sort of stuff when I shot her down. I never should have invited her to stay with me.
Say what?
Yeah, I know. Awkward much?
Cordelia! Okay, we're all clear on the fact that Harmony's a vampire, right?
Oh. All this time, I thought she was a great big lesbo. Oh, yeah? Really? Well, that's great. Good for you.
Cordelia? Harmony's very dangerous. You have to get out of there.
Yeah, I'll call you when I get somewhere safe.
Where are you going?
Angel invested... Willow? Willow, what's... Slow down, Hold on. Get away from her! Foot!
What do you think you're doing?
We're Willow called. She said that you were in trouble.
Your friend Harmony here is
Vampire. Yeah, I know.
an evil vampire.
Here?
Yeah, we covered that too.
So,
So you just thought you'd bust into my house and kill my friend without giving her a chance to explain herself?
Yeah,
pretty much.
that was the plan.
Well, holster your guns, boys. She came to me for help. That's what we do, right? Help?
That is not your friend.
I mean, you think I get a thank you for not fighting any of you?
What are you doing? This book is 12 centuries old.
Okay, so it's not like I messed up a new one. I am evil.
Wesley!
Harmony, there's blood in the refrigerator. Why don't we get you some and let everyone get back to work?
How do you stand everything? Being what you are, how can you deprive yourself of the taste? The sensation of rich, warm human blood flowing into your mouth, bathing your tongue.
Oh, that's not great.
That's Harmony. She's visiting for a couple of days.
It's all right to speak freely in front of her. She's a vampire.
They're not feeding. They're turning them.
Into vampires?
Someone's recruiting, building an army.
Question is, for what?
I don't know, but let's go.
The time is now. The question is, are you ready? I said, are you ready? Because it's time. Through my personally devised, multi-level exponential flow cooperative. Yeah, now I know what some of you are saying. Hey, Doug, speak English, man. One vampire turns 2 humans into vampire. They each turn 2 more humans into vampires.
This is a really bad pyramid scheme.
And all it takes for each new vampire to buy their way into our co-op is one, you heard me, 1 human to be deposited here in our very own food bank.
Over on 6th
Really? When was this?
last night. Heard about it from one of my guys.
What?
Nothing. Just, I can't believe this is what you do now.
Yeah, well, life takes some funny turns sometimes. Held meetings all over the city until the feds caught up with him.
He was arrested?
According to this, he disappeared. Still at large.
Sounds like he has the makings of a cult leader.
Ooh, let me see. Okay, that was my fault.
Get her out of here.
You've got friends. I don't have anyone who understands what I'm going through.
I know someone who understands a little something about pain. We're going out!
Memories may be beautiful and yet.
What do you think?
I think your friend should reconsider the name Harmony.
Oh, yikes.
Yeah, you were supposed to do some mind mojo. Show me my path.
You're already on it, my little cacophony. Only I'm not your travel agent for this trip. Brown Eyes here is. Stick with her and let your pal be your guide.
Aw! I love that.
Company.
Harmony?
I just got it. I understand now where my place is.
Where?
With you. I'm one of the good guys now. That's why I suck at being evil. I was meant to fight evil. It's so clear to me now. Is this what it feels like to have purpose? I mean, wow! Look at us, we're working together. What's my job?
Guard the car.
You got it, boss.
I mean, look at her. She's really loving this, giving her a reason to go
I
on.
don't want her going on. Neither should you. She's the enemy.
Angel,
Harmony will turn on you.
Why? Because you did?
Because it's her nature. She's a vampire.
So are you.
She doesn't have a soul.
You're better than her because you have a soul?
Well, yeah.
I noticed yours didn't get in the way of betraying the people who work with you. Do you know how scared I was you were on your way to becoming Angelus again? Imagine what could have happened if you'd gone nuts and slept with Darla.
You know I would never do that.
Building shut tight. No way to see what's inside.
Oh, how many? Okay, you know what? I'll go in, pretend like I want to join up, get a head count, lay the land.
Come on, man. You get made 10 feet from the door.
Harmony!
Yeah?
She doesn't have a soul. And nobody knows her here. She could be our inside spy. Tell us what's the what.
All right, Harmony, you're on.
Watch out, evil. Here comes Harmony.
There are rewards. Grab yourself a nice juicy one, T-Boy. You've earned it.
I knew this was a bad idea. Look, if she's in trouble, we'll rescue her.
Now we saving a vampire from vampires? I got 2 words for that. Nah and
That is so... Harmony! Are you okay?
Fine. There's maybe 100 of them in there, give or take.
You so rude.
I know. Oh, and I left the door in the back open. Come on. You know, Cora, I really gotta thank you again for giving me
Damn.
this opportunity.
Where are they?
Oh, right behind you.
No, Harmony. I trusted you, ma'am. That's upsetting.
And look what she's delivered. 2 to turn, and 1 for food. And as a bonus, the infamous angel.
Wesley? Kill them all!
Shit. How are they gonna beat over 100 vampires? Oh, like that, okay. Oh shit, was that Gritty and Harmony?
What's so funny?
Oh my god!
You've got it aimed at my throat.
This is the one that'll kill you.
Oh my god, yes, Cordelia! Please. Yes.
We're still friends, right?
No, Harmony, we're not friends. Just get out of here.
Really?
Not just here, I want you out of my city. You're gonna want to be as far away from me as possible.
But I left a few things at your... Bye.
I was enjoying Harmony.
Don't say anything. Not a word.
If anything, that makes me feel like I shouldn't trust Angel, to be perfectly honest.
Time and space. Those are really the only things one can give in a situation like this. And as long as we both understand that, the healing process can...
Oh my god! These are gorgeous! You have the most amazing taste. You have, like,
Oh
a
shit.
gay man's taste. And that's saying something. I love them so much. Thank you, thank you, thank you! You're the best! Mwah!
I feel like this is the first time I've ever seen Angel smile in so many seasons.
New clothes! I have new clothes! I have new clothes!
I got her clothes.
New clothes!
This is such a contrast to the way that the last episode ended, where it was all about, like, knowing that Angel was gonna have to start proving himself. And now, this ending and seeing that he sort of started to make his amends, feels good, even though I don't think that him and Wesley are at the best place right now, because I feel like that relationship is having some issues just because I don't think they're doing a good job of establishing, I don't want to say boundaries, but maybe like their duties, like how they're going to be helping out in Angel investigations, because I feel like Angel was crossing some boundaries, and I think that Wesley was clearly bothered by it. On the other side of things, there was also Wes asking Angel to like handle Harmony because he was like, she's not listening to me, which, okay, well, you got to make up your mind, Wes, because either you want to really run the place and you have to find a way to deal with Harmony and everything else, or you just want to give it to Angel. Like, I don't think you can just like pick and choose, like, oh, this one is easy, I'll do this one's hard, I'll do that. So like they're clearly going through a little bit of a I want to say, trouble in their dynamic, because there are some things that Wesley wants to take charge, some things that Angel wants to take charge, and I think they just need to sort of talk it out. But it was really fun to get to see Wesley, you know, be in charge a little bit more, and I think he was doing a pretty good job at it. I think this episode was hilarious. This was exactly what my heart needed. I can't possibly describe. Yes, this episode, yes, thank you. This is so, you know, like a feel-good, just funny episode that I can forget about everything for 40 minutes, and I feel like it's just the perfect timing for an episode like this. I had so much fun, and Harmony is such a great character, and I freaking love it. It makes so much sense that she, you know, given everything that just happened with her and Spike, that she wants to like get out for a second, and I'm glad that she can acknowledge how that relationship was very toxic and abusive and like not good. The fact that she can detect those patterns means that hopefully she won't be, you know, going back to him again, or even finding herself in a situation similar to that. We've sort of been seeing her since she got turned try and lean into this whole aspect of she is evil, but she's always struggled with it so much that I thought it was so fun to see her come to the realization that like, no, actually, maybe I'm not evil, maybe I'm meant to do good. And I almost wish that ending didn't happen, because I was having so much fun watching her with the group. She was super funny. She was bringing something so different to the team that I was genuinely really enjoying. I was so hoping that she was gonna stick around for a little bit, just so that we can sort of see how that dynamic was gonna go, how, you know, how everything was gonna go, because Lauren did say that Cordelia was the one who was supposed to guide Harmony, right? So I wonder how she would be able to do that. Like, if they're not in a, I want to say relationship right now, but given the context of the episode, I don't think that's the best phrasing. So it was an interesting end to the episode, because I really thought it was going to end in a lighter mode of Harmony is now good, and like maybe she's not going to stick around, but she's good and she's a new person. But that's not how it went. And I feel like it's interesting because it seems like she had all this character progress this episode of like coming to terms with being a good guy, only to like revert back to who she is as a vampire in the end. And I feel like that just has to be like some grand meaning, you know, and the fact that like Angel knew that she was always going to go back to that, I think says a lot. Makes me a little bit worried for sort of the vampires of our show. So I'm thinking like Angel and Spike, because even though both of them right now are in a, I want to say, good phase. Spike maybe a little bit more complicated than that, but he's not like in a killing rampage, so I'd say he's not evil currently. That makes me wonder if they would ever go back to who they were in regards to like, you know, their evil selves. But I do think it's very interesting whenever we're talking about these complexities of vampires. The fact that they were willing to go there and help her from, like, you know, what Gunn said, you know, help a vampire from other vampires. I think it's really, really fun. Like, I really love when the show does that. I'm just so happy to see Harmony, man. I love her. I really love her. It was so great to see Willow as well. That was the best cameo ever, 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 ever. Like, it was just so fun. Like, everything about it is so great. The fact that Cordelia would call Willow is amazing. It was just such a happy moment for me to get to see both of them interact. I miss them. Like, existing in the same, I want to say, show. I need Cordelia to cross into Buffy, and I need it now. I was really bummed out when, I think it was like when I finished season 3 that this occurred to me, that, you know, when Cordy left the show, and I was like, damn it, that means she's never gonna meet Tara. Like, they're just never gonna, you know, like, exist in the same place or something. Like, they're not gonna know about each other's existence. But it made me very happy to see sort of Willow tell Cordy that. I wish we could have seen more of the conversation, but it was just so fun to see Cordy, you know, sort of react to that. It was so funny for Cordy to think that Harmony had a crush on her. Like, that whole storyline was hilarious. I was having so much fun. It was fun to see like an episode that brought back so many memories from the past. You know, I think it's interesting that they would bring back Willow in an episode that's talking so much about high school, and I think it makes sense, you know, because when Cordelia thinks about high school, of course she's gonna think about Willow. It was sweet to see how Cordy, even though she's not where she wants to be, and that really bums me out whenever she says that, because I know that like this is not the life that she envisioned for her. She does seem happy, and when she said that she was happier now than she was, you know, in high school and stuff, I believed her, and I really hope she means it. I do think this job is like bringing her some comfort and like gratitude and like purpose, and like I don't know, I really want Cordelia to be happy. I do think Angel was a little bit not my favorite this episode, and I'm trying to think of like specific moments, but I think it was just the fact that he seemed to be undermining Wes, I think bugged me a little. And I know that like he was not trying to, and he didn't mean any harm by it, But, you know, I think he's so used to being in charge that he's having a really hard time letting go of that. And I think that he really has to work on that if he wants to get Wes's respect back. But at the same time, he did have an amazing endings. Like, that ending was adorable. I don't know how he got all that money, but good for you, and good for Miss Cordelia, because seeing her happy makes me happy. And I don't know, like, whenever I see David smile, I was watching like an episode of Bones the other day. I was like, it's so weird to see him smile. Smile is just not a reaction that I feel like I'm used to seeing from him. And so seeing him look genuinely so happy with Cordelia, because her happiness was so contagious and because he knew that, like, he was getting this friendship back, I think was really sweet. Was really sweet. And maybe he didn't go about it the right way, because it does seem like he's buying her. They were just so happy that at this point, it's almost like I kind of don't care. Just kinda. Oh, I want to read the title of the episode. Sorry, I just remembered. I can read that now. The name of this episode is Disharmony. That is funny, because I also know that I would read this title and I would totally try and make it about Harmony, even though I would know that it wouldn't have anything to do with her, but I feel like I definitely would. I like it. That is true. I feel like Harmony being there brought so much disharmony to the group. They were already going through a sort of troubling dynamic, to say the least, now that they're getting used to, like, this whole new thing, and I do feel like Harmony being there was really shaking things up even more. So I get it. That's a really good title. Really clever. I love it. I kind of want to just talk about the actual, I want to say, like, monster of the week for a second, which I think was, like, this whole, like, vampire pyramid scheme. It was, like, an interesting concept. It's not even that they were interesting people. I don't think we got to explore them too much, but, like, the concept of this whole, like, vampire gang that just wants to get more vampires into them is really interesting, and I think it just makes sense. I feel like this motivational vampire speaker was something different than the vampires we've seen before. I feel like we've always seen them be a little bit more, like, I don't know, less thoughts, more action. And I feel like, you know, the fact that he's like a motivational speaker and he's like teaching Harmony about how not to let things get to her or whatever, I think is a very different side to vampires. I think it definitely humanizes them. So I thought it was a very interesting villain in that sense. I think it just makes sense. I think if I was a vampire, I would most definitely want to turn people and make them into vampires as well. Like, it makes sense that they would want to create this gang and this, like, you know, like, get more power, right? So I think they were definitely on the right track. I think this is definitely something that we can still explore somehow, not exactly in this format, but I do think that the idea of, like, vampires wanting to turn people is definitely a topic we're still gonna have to talk about, and I think it makes sense that we would be talking about this in an episode about Harmony, right? Because Harmony is the character that we had as a human. I think she's the only character, right, that we've actually sort of followed through the process of her getting turned into a vampire and how that's been like for her. It's just interesting to see Cordelia reunite with somebody from high school, because I feel like it's always interesting to see people from high school, even if they're really good friends of yours. So much has changed, and I feel like that was so clear with Cordelia. She is not the same person. Everything about her is different, and I think that's just something natural that happens after high school. You're gonna have experiences and you're gonna grow and you're gonna be a different person, and I think it's interesting that there was quite a contrast in between that and Harmony, who I feel was a little bit more stuck in that. Like, Harmony still kind of felt the same, and I think it makes sense because, you know, she got turned into a vampire. Like, she can't age anymore, you know, she's sort of stuck in that same moment where she got stuck in a vampire, which was high school, and so she's always going to be sort of a high school Harmony in a way. While Cordy got a chance to, like, grow and become a new person, Harmony still feels very stuck in the past, and I feel bad for her, you know, because it's not like she doesn't want to grow and change, but I feel like I feel like in some ways she can't. I've always wanted us to explore more of Harmony's, you know, sort of a journey into vampirehood. I think they have such an interesting storyline to explore there. Just a really interesting concept, right? To be able to really see what it's like and how people can change when they get turned into vampires. Harmony was complaining at a certain point of, like, how nobody understands her, and I think that scene proved to me that no, there is somebody who understands her. Angel very much understands what she's going through, because I don't think Harmony wants to be bad. There's something about her that just doesn't want to do harm to other people. I think it's very interesting, and I wish that we could see a conversation in between her and Angel, talking about what it's like to be a vampire, talking about how they can deal with all of that and still not be bad people. I like that when Cordelia finds out the truth about Harmony being a vampire, I feel like everybody thought, right, that there was going to be an altercation and stuff. I kind of love the fact that they walk into the house and they're just talking. That is amazing. I love both of them for that, because I think it takes a lot for both Harmony not to attack Cordelia when she knows the truth, because I feel like it would be easier to feel threatened by Cordelia. And for Cordelia not to not be afraid, because I think if Cordelia was afraid, you know, they wouldn't be like painting each other's nails and stuff like that. You know, like Cordelia is not defensive about it. I think she really trusts Harmony. I like that because I think it definitely shows that Cordelia is not associating vampires to like evil. You know, she understands that there are different layers to it. And I think that's super important for us. As long as it doesn't cloud her judgment and makes her think that all vampires are good. That could be bad. But anyways, I loved it that they were being so mature about it and just talking about it, and like they were fine with it. Cordelia might have been a little bit more shocked when she thought that Harmony was gay than when she found out Harmony was a vampire. Like this episode was just so hilarious, and I feel like it's a very different humor than Buffy humor. I don't know why. Like Angel humor just feels so specific to Angel. It's not that Angel's a funnier show than Buffy, but I feel like in some ways it can be. I think they really lean into a lot of humor episodes, and I think it freaking works because all the characters are hilarious. And so Harmony fitting into that, it was also perfect because Harmony is freaking hilarious as well. Something else that's interesting, Lorne. I like how he's, in a way, I feel like he's becoming our new Oracle, right? Because when our Oracles died, you know, I was a little bit concerned because, you know, okay, great, how are we gonna have some, like, a way to talk to, like, the powers that be and stuff like that? But I feel like Lorne is being a really interesting way for them to do that because it's unconventional, but at the same time, I feel like it really brings them a lot of comfort. You know, I feel like it brings both Cordelia and Harmony comfort to know that she's going in the right direction, she's doing what she has to do, that there's not, you know, anything else that they should be doing. Like, it's such a fun concept. I would honestly love to be able to sit down and listen to him talk to me about my inner thoughts or something. Like, that just seems fascinating. He's a really cool dude. Like, when I'm writing, I usually have a pretty okay handwriting, but whenever I'm writing these notes, I'm sort of just, like, writing them so quickly and I'm not really looking. And then sometimes I'll write things that I think I'm gonna know what I'm talking about, and then I really don't. Like, I think I stopped halfway through a sentence. This one says Cobra. I don't even know what Cobra is. That's, like, not a word. And then there's an arrow, Buffy people, and then an arrow, like I was going to write something else, and I didn't. I hate myself so much. How can I not understand myself? Like, I genuinely have no idea what the fuck I was trying to say here. Anyways, I thought it was so great to see how well Cordy was fighting this episode with Harmony. She was able to threaten her in a very serious way, I want to say. Like, she actually could have killed her if she wanted to. I feel like fighting was just never her thing so much, but I like to see that, like, I guess maybe she's been training with them, or like, you know, maybe all the practice, but it really seems like she's getting better at it, and it's good to know that she can be helpful in other ways. And I think that, you know, this was one of those big moments where I was like, damn, she didn't need anybody's help to defeat a vampire. I love Cordelia so much. You know that, like, song that they were singing that whatever kid wrote about her in high school? That would be me. I would write Cordelia that song. And y'all know it. So anyways, really fun episode. Overall, amazing story, amazing characters, amazing crossovers. Hello, Willow and Harmony. And yeah, I thought it was great. So I think we should read the title of the next episode so I can come up with 100% correct predictions like I always do. The name of the next episode is called... Nope. Dead End. Okay. How can I make this about Darla and Drusilla? A dead end, like, already makes me think that they're going to be talking about some sort of direction or stuff that they've been going towards that I guess isn't going to lead anywhere, right? Could this have something to do with Kate? Something that Kate is going to bring to the table, you know, because I feel like we were talking about her a bit, you know, in the last episodes. So maybe she's going to bring something. I hate when I don't have predictions. How dare I? A dead end. Well, you know, whenever I don't have strong predictions, I usually just prefer to say them in the next episode. So I'll take some time to think about it, see whatever I think the dead end could be. But I'm feeling either Kate, Darla, and Drusilla. Yeah, that's it. I don't know how, but I could see it. So anyways, thank you all so much for watching. Love y'all. And I will see you in a dead end. A dead end? I think it was just dead end. I'll see you guys on dead end. I'm just gonna go. Bye.